Hi guys, welcome back to Pierre Haché Music. If you're having trouble strumming and singing at the same time, or just want to improve your rhythmic sense, this is the video for you. Today I'm going to give you 10 tips to improve your strumming and singing, so stay tuned. Welcome to all the new subscribers. I'm so happy to have you. If you're new here, my name is Pierre Haché. I'm a music teacher and author. You can check out my books on my newly updated website, linked in the description, and feel free to join my email list as well as my Facebook group, Beginner Ukulele Videos, to stay up to date on all my latest content. Strumming and singing at the same time is challenging for all beginners. It's hard to do 1, 2, even 3 things at the same time, so it can really help to break it down and work on one element at a time, and also work on your rhythmic understanding of what's going on. These 10 tips are tried and true. I've been teaching them for years, and I think they'll really help. I suggest you make a mental note or maybe write down a few of the ones that resonate with you the most and that you think might apply to your level. And try them out. Try the ones that are a little more out of your comfort zone. And remember, these tips apply to ukulele or guitar, so regardless which one you play, these should really help. Okay, here we go. Tip number 1. You want to choose a song that's at the right level for you. Something with only 1 or 2 chords that are maybe a little out of your comfort zone or more challenging or slower for you to place. Otherwise, it will be too overwhelming and too long of a process to get it all together. So pick something that isn't too challenging as far as the chords go so that you can really work on the rhythm and nail the strumming and singing. Make sure you know the individual chords of the song very well. If you're having to stop and pause every time you place that B flat or B minor chord, by the way, I'll link to some videos in the description that'll help with those, it's going to slow you down. And in my opinion, you're not quite ready to sing at the same time. So practice the individual chords, make sure you know them really well in your fingers and can place them on time. Only then should you be trying to sing as well. You'll want to practice the hardest transitions in the song. So for example, if you're going from an F to a B flat, work on that so that you can do it smoothly. Isolate that one hard part, make sure that's happening so that you're not having to pause or hesitate every time you get there. You'll want to go back and forth between those harder chords 10, even 20 times slowly and have an efficient movement in your left hand to really allow that to be smooth when you're singing as well. By the way, if you're finding this type of content helpful, I really appreciate a thumbs up and consider subscribing. There's tons more beginner ukulele and guitar content on my channel, and feel free to check out the playlists in the description. You can explore there and find what might help you out the most. It helps to know the progression by heart, or at least the part that you're working on, the verse or the chorus. So you want to be able to strum through the chords without even looking at them, and that will really help you be able to, again, focus on the rhythm. Listen to the song and try playing along. You may know it, you may think you know it well, but give it a good listen and pay attention to the strumming, and then see if you can strum along with the recording. You could also slow it down. On YouTube, it's easy to go to the settings and go to like a 0.75 speed, for example, and that's a great practice aid to really practice the rhythm exactly like it is in the tune, but at a slower tempo, which should be a little easier. Make sure you know the melody and the lyrics really well too. It can help to sing along with the recording. Again, you may think you know it by ear, but singing along will really reveal the little moments that you're more hesitant with the words or not quite in sync with the rhythm, and it'll help you really internalize what's going on rhythmically in the voice to make that more automatic when you're trying to strum at the same time. Once you feel ready to strum and sing at the same time, start with only 1 strum per chord. I insist. Just strum once per chord with a pulse, with a beat, and trying to switch chords at the right time, but don't do the rest of the strumming. Keep the strumming very basic and then add the voice with that. Next, strumming only twice or 4 times per chord, 4 downs, can be a good next step, and this depends on the style and the speed of the song, which one works best, but try them out, and again, stick to a very basic strumming at first. Now, the song likely has a more complex strumming pattern, something like down, down, up, or down, down, up, down, up. I'll link to some videos below that demonstrate and go in depth with some specific songs that use these strumming patterns, but you'll want to start by playing the strumming pattern on its own. So regardless of what specific pattern you're working on, you'll want to repeat it many, many times. Don't switch chords. Pick one easy chord in the song and just rock out on that one rhythm. You'll want to internalize it, make it easy, automatic, natural. Think of it as a steady drum beat that's supporting the lyrics, that's supporting the singing. Then, once it's really steady, the strumming is strong like a drum beat, think of adding the chord changes, add the switches, but don't sing yet. Just strum and switch the chords and make sure that's strong and steady. Again, just like a drum beat. You may be able to start singing at this point, but if you're still having trouble, here are a few more tips and exercises that can help and will really improve your understanding of rhythm. Basic counting exercises are a great place to start. I made a video I'll link below on that goes more in depth, but basically as an introduction, what you want to do is strum once and count out loud, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, to have a strong sense of rhythm. Then you can do a strum on 1 and 3, or 4 strums on every beat, and this will help you switch on time while keeping the pulse. And also you're practicing doing 2 things at once, counting and strumming. Now, more likely than not, the strumming pattern that you're working on involves eighth notes. We would count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and practice a specific strumming pattern along with that. So I'll give you a few examples of these and break them down. Feel free to play along with your ukulele or guitar, and this will really help your understanding of what's going on within the measure and strengthen your sense of time to then really help you be able to sing along with these strumming patterns. The first one is going to be down, 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 up, and I'm going to count eighth notes. So in the diagram, the little plus means and, so it's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it'll sound something like this. I'll go between a G and a C on ukulele. Again, works great on guitar too, something like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Practice this. Play along with what I just did and then try it on your own. If you find it tricky to coordinate the two, this will be a very good introductory step to adding singing later on. Here are a couple other examples. This strumming pattern goes down, down, up, down, up. Notice the space after the 2 downs. The counting again is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So if I put it together, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Practice that. You really want to be able to nail that. Here's one last one. Again, I'll just G and C's just as an example. It's going to go down, down, up, down, up. Very common rhythm and the same counting. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So being able to count and strum these will really improve your understanding of the rhythm and be a really, really good step to then adding the singing later on. Lastly, if you're still having trouble strumming and singing a specific song, and it's very possible at this point, all these steps will help, but it can still get pretty tangly, what you'll probably want to do, and this is when an experienced teacher can really help, is figure out exactly where the words or the syllables land in relation to the strumming pattern. Now this video is getting a little long, but eventually I'll make another video with some specific examples of these, but basically you want to see, okay, does the word land on the 1? with the down? Or is it in between strums? Do the lyrics fall on an and, on an upbeat? So this is what you want to listen and analyze and try to figure out. Okay? It can be a little challenging, but again, go to the recordings as a reference, listen to the song, and try to figure out where the words fall in relation to the strumming pattern. So once you can figure that out, you'll want to practice just say the first word of a line with the strumming pattern. Okay, so if it starts after the first down, practice just that little part. Or if the lyrics start before the strumming, then start to sing and then start the strumming. So isolate the little parts that are challenging and those key words, often the beginning of a sentence, the beginning of a line, and figure out where it starts and then practice just that one little bit. I hope you found these tips helpful. I hope you try some of them out. Let me know if they help. Please comment down below. Check out my books on my website. Subscribe, hit the thumbs up. I really, really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.